So today I'm going to take a quick look at the Opinel knife. This version is the number 7, just about to see that there. Number 7, which is probably about the most popular size I believe. Stainless Opinel. Stainless ones have this inox marking as opposed to carbon, which say carbon funnily enough. I think this is pretty much the perfect pocket knife for lightweight hiking. These are the standard French pocket knife really, and they come in a range of sizes from a diminutive size 3, which is supposed to be 3 centimeters, to a hefty size 13, which is a bit of a special, which is 22 centimeters. They all feature this, or pretty much all feature this beechwood handle. Something like 80% of Opinels are sold with a beechwood handle, and this is a really nice shape. It's very comfortable to use, warm to touch, as well as hard wearing. The two different blade materials available, the standard stainless and the carbon steel. I've had both, I like both. I think the carbon steel takes a really sharp edge. The stainless one again takes a really sharp edge, maybe not quite as sharp, but is quite hard wearing and good for day-to-day use without that much care required. Another unique feature is this locking collar. So it's a stainless steel locking collar, which enables you to lock it in a closed or an open position. Adds a good bit of security when you're working with the knife, less risk of cutting your fingers off. Size-wise, the Opinel website lists the number 7 as having an 8 centimeter blade, and yeah, that's about bang on. Worth noting that in the UK, the legal limit for carrying a pocket knife is 7.6 centimeters or 3 inches. Additionally, you're also not allowed to carry a locking style blade, although that is all without good purpose. So if you have a genuine reason for carrying a knife, you're camping or hiking or doing something else which might require a knife, then it's, as long as it's justifiable, it's okay. But generally, if you had a knife of this size in your pocket carrying around in the UK, you would be breaking the law technically. Pretty thin blade. That means it's not super robust for really heavy duty tasks. If you're trying to split sticks with it or do something, cut through bone, you might struggle a little bit, but actually it's pretty versatile blade in many respects. This thinness gives it a little bit of flex, which makes things like filleting a fish and preparing food quite a pleasure. If we get the calipers out, we can measure the thickness. There we go. So only 1.2 millimeters thick, so pretty thin as far as blades go. Pretty much perfect with that thin sharp blade for cheese and olives and those sorts of things when you're hiking. Another reason I use this probably as my standard hiking knife is the weight. If we look at the weight here, it's quoted on the site as I think 35 grams, showing, just to make you see that there, 36 grams. Yeah, super lightweight, even lighter in the smaller sizes for a very versatile knife. I can, comparing it to a similar sized Swiss Army knife, again a great knife, but when I'm lightweight hiking, I don't need a corkscrew, I don't need 2 blades, I don't really need a wood saw and a tin opener and all those things, because these are not things I carry in the mountains or light hiking. But that in comparison is 75 grams, so over twice as heavy, and a lot of the time I'm therefore going to opt for the lighter option. As I said, it's a pretty sharp, or quite easy to get pretty sharp. I've not bothered, lifting the scoring on the blade. I've not been super precious. It's not an expensive knife. I'm trying to get this super sharp or sharpening it particularly vigorously, but it cuts nicely. Standard paper test stuff. It's a very sharp and functional blade with an edge that's very easily achievable. All in all, a great bit of kit, cheap to pick up in the UK, typically between £7 and £10 for this size 7. You can buy them in a lot of places. I've had this one for a few years. They're pretty robust. I think if you don't lose them, they last a long time. Great bit of kit, highly recommended.